Hey, this is Elizabeth Off Grid, and today I'm going to share with you the top 7 places to go to the bathroom in suburbia. So I've only been living in my car for a few weeks, but I've really figured out the places that work for me the best if I need to go to the bathroom, if I need to use a toilet. And this is really applying to suburbia. Specifically, this is for the summer. It's a slightly different if it's in the winter. And some of this applies to a city, but it depends on the kind of city. Like I would have a little bit different answers if I was talking about San Francisco versus suburbia type place like here in the Silicon Valley. So let's start with number 7. Number 7 is anywhere where you're a customer. So you go to a restaurant, you get coffee, you go into a store, whatever it is, and you always check to see, do they have a bathroom? Okay, I'm going to go here and go to the bathroom. Now, I'm not saying you can't go into any of these places without being a customer, but the smaller the place is, then that becomes more and more awkward, especially if it's a place where you have to get a code. Okay, then you really have to be a customer. Around here, I think it's true for a lot of parts of California, there's such a large homeless, unhoused population that a lot of smaller businesses regulate their restrooms, and you have to get a key, you have to get a code to use the restroom. So if you are a customer, if you happen to be a customer in those places, you always make sure you can go. Number 6, your storage room facility. So a lot of people who live in any kind of vehicle or RV have a storage room, either for the stuff that doesn't fit in their vehicle, for stuff that's seasonal, or because they plan to come off the road and they kept stuff for their future house or apartment. A lot of those places have a restroom during office hours. So if you're there at some weird time, they may not have a publicly available restroom. But if you're there during their office hours, there's usually a restroom that you could use. And in some ways, this is also part of the other one, which is if you're a customer. But I think it's a good thing to remember about your storage place that they probably have a restroom there that you can use, and that can be a convenient way to have a pit stop before you get back on the road. Number 5 favorite place are shopping centers. So what I specifically mean is it has to be a shopping center or a mall where you don't have to pay for parking, and it has some kind of either indoor part or kind of interior walkways. So there's restrooms that are not part of a store. The great part about this is no one cares. You just park in the parking lot and you go and use a restroom. You don't have to ask for permission. You don't have to get a code. You don't have to get a key, none of that. That is a really great way to be able to use the restroom and then also have access to a parking lot. This is assuming it's not one that you have to pay for. And I say that because around here in the Silicon Valley, there are fancy shopping malls where you pay for parking. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about places where it's just a big, giant parking lot and no one cares. Those are great places to hang out, read a book, get some work done, clean up stuff in your car, make a sandwich, whatever it is. And then you also have access to a restroom. Number 4 place are big box stores. So here I'm talking about Home Depot, Target, Walmart, big box stores that have restrooms. Now, the nice part about Walmart and Target is the restroom is usually in the front. So it makes it kind of easy to go in one door, go to the restroom, and then just head right back out. At Home Depot, the restroom is in the very back. Sometimes it's in the back, in the literal back. Sometimes it's back kind of along the side back. But Home Depot and Target and Walmart, for that matter, are all huge stores. No one's going to notice or care if you go in there to go to the bathroom, most likely. Unless you're going in there multiple times a day, every day, or you go in there every day at the same time and they always see you go in there when no one's there. Then they might notice. But generally speaking, there are so many people there, there's no way they can keep track. And if you're buying something there, then you're a customer and you're totally doing fine. And you probably are buying something at Home Depot, Walmart, and Target some of the time. So you're officially a customer. And going in there, for me at least, I have zero guilt about going to one of those places because I've been there so many times where I didn't go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Number 3 is the gym. So if you're like me and you have a membership to Planet Fitness, it's 24/7, assuming your Planet Fitness is 24/7. Not all of them are. You always have to check, especially if you're traveling. But assuming your Planet Fitness is 24/7, you have unlimited access to it. That means you can go there 2 or 3 times a day if you need somewhere to go to the restroom. Most days, not every day, but most days, I go to Planet Fitness in the evening to just go to the bathroom and brush my teeth before bed. And then I go there in the morning to do my workout, to go to the bathroom, do my workout, and take a shower. So that is I think Planet Fitness is a really important thing to keep in mind, or any 24-hour gym, but that has unlimited use, because it's the one place you can go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. if it is 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, unless you're somewhere that has a 24-hour Walmart, which around here there isn't anything like that, or you're traveling and you can go to a rest stop or something. Planet Fitness is the one place you can pee at 2:30 in the morning, and they don't care. So a very, very important thing to keep in mind. And yes, I have gone there at 2:30 in the morning for that exact reason. Number 2 favorite place are libraries. You know, people don't talk about public libraries that much on YouTube and like the van life, car life community. And I think it's weird because libraries are amazing. Obviously, this is a regional thing. It depends on where you are, there's a lot of small towns where the libraries only open 2 or 3 days a week for very, very limited hours. But around here, there's multiple library systems and they all have different hours. But generally speaking, it's about 10 a.m. to about 6 p.m. Sometimes libraries open till 7, 8, 9. Sometimes they open at 11, noon, or even 1. So I always have to look for that particular library to see if they're open. But restrooms, I can fill up my water. A lot of times they have bottle filling stations, and I get air conditioning or heat, and I can charge my devices. So I go to a library almost every single day when I'm here in town because it is such a wonderful resource. And my number 1 favorite place is where I'm at right now, which is a park. City and county parks, not all of them have restrooms, but many of them have restrooms. And you can usually figure it out online. If you go on Google Maps, you can do a little like zoom in, see if there's a restroom there. Most of the time you can click on the reviews and someone will either talk about how the restrooms are clean or complain that they're not clean. So you could use those restrooms. Around here, typically parks are open at 8 a.m. and they close at sunset. Some places they're closed 30 minutes or even an hour after sunset around here. But that really depends on where you are. And in other places, the parks have different hours. And the main reason that's really important is that that's when the bathrooms are unlocked. So if you're there before 8 a.m., even if you can get to the park, a lot of times the bathrooms are locked, and they lock them at sunset around here, or sometimes 10 or 15 minutes before sunset, which I was not happy one time when the park ranger locked it before I got to go in there and go to the bathroom. But then I got my car and dashed over to the next bathroom in the same park and went there right before she got there. I don't think she was happy with me. Anyway, I love to spend time in parks. Some parks, many of them have places where you can fill up your water. You can deposit your trash because, you know, you live here, you pay taxes. It's a government property. I have no problem putting my trash in their dumpster, and it is a place to go to the restroom. I spend a significant portion of my time when I'm here in town at just a county or city park, just chilling. Like, this is where I do my work. This is where I read a book, organize stuff in my car, cook food, all that. I specifically like regional parks, like county parks and some city regional parks. A regional park tends to be bigger. They have more facilities, and people tend to be less proprietary about it. So if you go to a really, really small city park, that's kind of a neighborhood park, and you're hanging out, someone might be creeped out by it. They're probably not gonna be that creeped out by me because I'm a middle-aged white woman. I don't have a super creepy vibe from how I look. But if you're not falling into the middle-aged white woman demographic, that may not be true for you. And so you have to think about, do you want to be sitting at this parking lot lurking all day right outside this playground, and then someone calls the cops on you because they think that you're creepy, right? So larger parks and parks that, you know, parking not near the playground so it doesn't look like you're creeping on little kids or anything like that. It's a wonderful way to not only have access to a restroom so you can go to the bathroom, but also to have just a place to hang out. Again, this is Elizabeth Off Grid. I would love to hear from you in the comments if you want to just say hi, or if you found other great places to find a toilet in suburbia. And then, of course, like, subscribe to keep following along. Thanks a lot. Bye.